Good morning, beautiful. I got a powerful channeled message. My full-time job is healing myself and helping the collective to heal. I am not here for average things, and most likely neither are you. You are a healer, you are a leader, you are a visionary of some kind. You are a prophet, you are an underdog, you are a rebel, you are an activist. You are a seer, you are a psychic, you are an empath. You might have seen a lot in your lifetime, and that is because you are meant to help many. So, as usual, this is something I channeled for myself first, and it was obviously reflected back to the collective. As a lot of you know, I am here to lead other leaders into their leadership. I'm also here to lead the collective at large as they go through their spiritual awakening, ego death, and ascension. So this is for the leaders that I am leading, okay? People who have had, that you might already resonate as a chosen one. You might already know what that is. But if you don't, it essentially means that you signed up to do this work as a soul before you got here, and that you're being awakened now because this is the time. Your soul is awakening you. Your soul is awakening you to tell you that you're not your body, you're not the things that have happened to you, and you're not the average person, or especially this kind of underdog outcast that people have perceived you to be. You needed to be those things for a reason, because Spirit needed to hide you so that you could do this work alone and come to the other side, find yourself. You know, a lot of people that go into hermitude, a lot of people that are bullied end up spending a lot of time alone. Okay? It doesn't matter if you spent a lot of time alone as a teenager, or if you had that period of loneliness during the pandemic or isolation. It doesn't really matter when it happened or when you were bullied. It doesn't really matter. The fact is that you've been redirected back to yourself, because there's a whole wealth of soul gifts that you have to share with the world to help them, heal. You have to heal yourself first in order to help the rest of us heal. That's exactly what my job is. And my job is also, though, to wake up the healers and the empaths and the leaders and help them get into their role. Because a lot of us are resisting this, okay? I'm not one of them. I'm full-time. I do this work full-time. I do this work for God. This isn't a business. This is just my life. I wake up every day in service to God. I'm a lion, baby. So it's an intense job. I'm not saying it's easy, okay? But you did sign up for it, and it is really important, and it's a purpose. It's time for you to have your purpose, to feel your purpose. My cat doesn't usually wander around whining like that, so he is feeling the anxiety of this moment, or a lot of us are misinterpreting this energy for anxiety, but it's actually excitement. Some of us are so used to things going wrong, okay? Some of us have been in a really fucking tough 10-year cycle. Potentially our whole life cycle has been really, really hard lessons about rejection, abandonment, abuse, neglect, just feeling out like an outcast, an alien, just feeling like you had nowhere to go, like you didn't belong, like maybe you wanted to leave this earth altogether, okay? And as a person who's experienced all those things, I can definitely relate, okay? And that is why Spirit chose me to guide others. That is why I chose to come here and have all the, to have the crazy life that I had. Because I'm supposed to reach you guys. And I wouldn't be able to reach you if you couldn't relate to me. And a lot of these underdogs, they need somebody that they can relate to. They need somebody who grew up in poverty. They need somebody who knows what it's like to be abused. They need somebody who can lead them not from a place of strength alone, but a place of vulnerability as well. And also, a lot of those people also know that true strength lies in our ability to be vulnerable, okay? And I showcase that on this channel a lot, whether my ego wants to or not. And trust me, my ego never does. I think it's a little bit of, a joke, or just a little jab from Spirit that one of my breakdown videos is the second most popular video I've ever made. I know there's a reason. Even though my ego hates it, there's a reason. It's a bridge. Spirit told me it's a bridge for people to find me. They found me because of my authenticity, okay? And this is another message I delivered recently. Authenticity has a higher vibrational frequency than love, okay? It's the highest vibrational frequency we can attain. So as much as we can go inside and love ourselves and love other people, that will obviously elevate us massively. But the more that we can cultivate our own authenticity and just who we came here to be, and not pretend to be what other people want us to be, to fit ourselves into boxes, to, fit in with the masses. We're supposed to be ourselves. We're supposed to share our story too. And trust me, again, it's not easy for my ego. I've been doing it since the day I started this channel. You can go back and watch me go through some really hard stuff, okay, if you want. You can also go back and just watch me struggle with learning to love myself. And you can see the transformation in not in real time, because it's in the past now, but up until now in real time. And I did all of that for a reason. My soul told me to do that, even though everybody thought it was crazy. And a lot of people took 10 steps back from me because they were like, whoa, this chick is crazy. What is she doing? Why is she sharing this breakdown? Why is she talking about her abusive relationship in a public way? Because that's what I came here to do. I came here to shake stuff up, to change the narrative, to ruffle feathers, to help people heal, and so did you. And that's probably why you've never fit in, and that's probably why you have never felt safe to be yourself. Because a part of you knew that it wasn't safe to come out yet, but it's safe to come out now. And not only that, you're needed, okay? You're needed. Other people need, okay, Spirit's saying, you might not think that you're ready to share what you've been through or what you've learned. You might not think, thank you, Spirit, that you have anything to share yet. Thank you. So some of you guys think, I don't know anything yet. I can't teach anyone yet. You have no idea how much you've already grown and changed. There are people behind you that need the amount of guidance that you've already accrued, even if you're not at the end, even if you're not where you want to be. And that's exactly why I think Spirit guided me to talk about my channel from way back, because you can go back and watch me start from right where I was. I didn't have all the answers, but I was inclined to start anyway. And that's what Spirit wants you to do. Not just for you, not just for your own path, but for others, okay? There are people that don't even know about the resources of going out in nature and having it help you heal, honestly, for mental health, for sanity, for suicide prevention, like for real. Nature is such a fucking massive resource. There are people that don't know that. There are people that don't, like you do. There are people that don't know about meditation, that it helps you ground. And there are people that don't know whatever tools that you've learned over the years or months or days, whatever, how long you've been doing it. You know more than some people already, no matter where you are in your journey. And those people need you, okay? And as you step into your role as a leader and a teacher, you're going to learn more about yourself. You're going to be able to show up as a more authentic human. And eventually you're going to be able to have that high vibration frequency that's going to call in all the things that you desire. But not only that, it's going to be able to radically transform the people around you just by your energetic frequency alone. Okay? And that's where I am. I walk down the street and people have a visceral reaction to me. Whether it's positive or negative, I'm shaking them up. I'm making them think. Just my energy, the presence of me walking down the street with the energy I carry, it has an effect. It always has, let's be honest. It always has. But it's different now. And it's because I'm walking with intention. It's because I'm cultivating it with intention. Because I am owning it with intention. I'm no longer squashing it down. I no longer try to make myself smaller to make everyone else feel more comfortable, which I've been doing my entire fucking life up until, 2 years ago. Squashing down my beauty, trying to make other people feel more comfortable, because I didn't want them. No. We have to take our fucking power back. And it's not just for us. And a lot of us need to hear that because we're timid. But if you know that what you're supposed to do, step into power, is for others, for your gift to others, for you, and this isn't an ego thing. Let's just remember that. I know it's easy. It's honestly almost a moot point with the underdogs and the chosen ones because most of us have no confidence at all. Ego was never about, oh, I'm so cool. It was about, oh my God, I'm worthless. And ego can be both of those things. Trust me. I have been on the worthless side. I have felt worthless. I have been abandoned, by family members on multiple occasions as a young child between 0 and 7. Those are the ages that is what teaches us how to be in relationships, how to love, how to show up for ourselves, how to take care of ourselves, how to fit in. If you had a lot of trauma between 0 and 6 or 7, that's why you're fucked up, okay? And I say fucked up with love because we all know what I mean by that. You're traumatized. You have PTSD, or you have worthiness wounding, or you have abandonment, issues. You have fear of rejection. You have internalized somehow that you're not good enough, that the reason why things didn't go well in your life, or that your parents abandoned you, or whoever it was in your case, is because there's something wrong with you. But it's actually the opposite. okay? You are special. You came here for a purpose. You are powerful, and you needed to go all through all of those things so that you could cultivate that power within you. You transmute energy through your art, music, poetry, whatever it is that you create. And if you haven't started doing that yet, that's what you're here to do. Okay? So transmute that energy. You have to express it. You have to get it out. Okay? Not like a victim, not in a bunch of complaining and dumping on other people, but in a private way with you and your guides, with God, whatever you believe in. I've been doing this stuff. My soul has been guiding me to do this stuff since I was a little kid, thank goodness. And it's the reason why I got here today. Through drawing, through writing in my journal. I was dedicated to writing my journal as a child, since as early as I can remember. Okay, I only have them since 14. I lost the other ones, but I've been writing in journals since I was at least 7. And it's because I was talking to my higher self. And I remember the conversations that we had. I've been a dreamer. I've been having lucid dreams and prophetic dreams since I was in 5th fucking grade that I can remember. Probably a lot earlier than that, actually. In fact, I know for a fact. I know for a fact. You know what I mean. It's early. I usually just roll out of bed and come over and do these. Anyway, so you have light to share. Okay, you have light codes and you have soul gifts. And a lot of them you might have discovered as a young person. You might have already discovered that you have these like natural given talents that maybe you've been pushing down and pretending like aren't real. I did that for a long time. It's time for you to take them out. They're real. And they're yours, and they're important. Not only are they yours, they're yours, and they're important, and everybody needs you to pull them out now. Not just me, not just you, not just God, you know? The whole collective is requiring you, all of you in the collective, to start stepping into that power, much in the same way that I am. It's not an easy journey. It's taken a lot of fucking courage, consistency, discipline, and faith for me to show up in this role every day, almost every other day for 3.5 years. I have, without anyone paying attention, go back and look at a video from 2 years ago. It'll have 20 or 30 views on it. Okay, go back even farther. It'll have about 5 or 8. I really was talking to an empty room for most of the time, but my soul was guiding me forward. So don't get bogged down in ego. Don't let your ego talk you out of who you are. Don't let other people talk you out of it. Listen to the people who know about your path. Okay, it doesn't have to be me. There are other people guiding us, other chosen ones, okay? As far as I know, there are 144,000 of us that were seeds planted here on this earth for this time, for this period of time, to guide others, to lift up, to rise up, to heal, and rise up like a phoenix from the ashes. In order for a phoenix to rise up from the ashes, it has to burn, it has to die, it has to be reborn. That is what we've been through. All the stuff we've been through has to die. We have to let it go. We have to burn it in order to be reborn. Of course, this is all metaphorical. Please don't light yourself or anything on fire. There are some people who do rituals, burning stuff in bowls and whatever. If you do that, just be really careful. But I don't personally do that. I don't need to do that. That's not part of my process, okay? So find your own process. Find whatever works for you that feels safe. But this is an exciting time. I hope you can receive this message, the people that need it. And I also want you to know that trauma might be holding you back. I posted a really important channel message 2 days ago, the last one I did on my Sacred Muse Project channel. Excuse me. Confirmation. It's a very important one for people that don't remember their childhood, or they do, or they partially remember things and it's like not good, or they just know that they have a lot to heal. I think it would behoove you to go watch it after this, because it'll help you understand a little bit more of who you are and why you've been through what you've been through and what needs to happen in order for you to move on to the next step. Okay, I'm here to be a support. Please don't get scammed. There are people pretending to be me. It's super creepy and weird. If you want to book or donate, oh my God, a hummingbird is out my window. This is the second one I've seen just since I got up like 15 minutes ago. You guys, the energy is so beautiful. Eyes back on the camera, sweetie. Okay. If you want to book or donate, please go through my website. Don't get scammed, okay? sacredmuseproject.com. But I am here to support you. I just added phone readings to my website because I know it might help some people who are on a budget. It's going to involve a lot less for me to just be able to be on the phone and not have any video involved. So please check out my website if you're interested in booking. I am told that a lot of really exciting new people are about to show up and I'm supposed to guide them, and I'm excited. I'm excited to help you take that next step, to level up, to become the most powerful, radiant, vibrant, beautiful, and healthy version of yourself, okay? It's a process. It takes time. It takes dedication. It has to start with you. You know, I can help you, but it's always going to be redirecting you back to yourself. Self-love, self-care, every single day. No matter how you feel, you have to pour into your cup, okay? You can't pour everything out all around you and then expect to be sustaining this energy. You have to make sure that you are your primary focus, okay? And it takes a lot of reprogramming our brains, because most of us have been externalizing our healing abilities our entire lives. We've been taught that we're not valuable unless we're pouring into others. We're not valuable unless we're, giving every single fucking ounce of our strength and gifts to everyone else around us and leaving ourselves with nothing. And settling for relationships that drain us and people that are jealous of us. And trust me, that's been my entire life pretty much. I haven't been surrounded by very many givers. I've been the giver. I haven't been surrounded by very many people who reflected my worth back to me. I've always been the person to say, you look beautiful today, or you're so amazing, or just building people up. And I'm guessing you're the same. Now it's time for you to build yourself up, okay? I know I'm like in your face. It's because the energy is so powerful. I can't, woo! Spirit is here, okay? And I know that I have a lot of people that follow my channel. I've got Christians here. I've got spiritual people who don't believe in God, but they believe in the universe. I am a little bit of everything for a reason. I've had all the varying experiences I've had for a reason, so that I can reach this large audience, because the chosen ones aren't going to come out all in one shape or form. We are united in our differences. There are so many of us, and we come from different backgrounds. So if you don't like that I use the word God or the universe, it's not about you. It's about the greater collective. You might not believe that Jesus could love somebody that doesn't believe in him, but he does. He loves all of us, okay? And so does the universe. We are source energy, okay? We are not God energy in the sense that we are as almighty as God in every single moment, because we're humans and we're faulted, we're flawed. And when I say that we are God, I don't mean that we're all, omnipotent and all powerful. We have access to that, just like Jesus did, okay? I am opening my heart more to Jesus. I've been very closed off for a long time because of all of the hypocrisy I've seen in religion around me my entire life. But I understand that Jesus was an earth angel. He was just a beautiful seed, just like a lot of us, who was planted here to elevate consciousness. And it's my belief that Christ risen is about the Christ consciousness rising in our collective. We are the Christ consciousness rising. That is why we can say that we are God energy. It flows through us if we are a conduit, if we allow ourselves to not listen to our ego and what the Christians would call the devil, to not listen to those, to not get off our track, to stay aligned with God, to stay aligned with our higher self, with our purpose. That is when we can tap into that universal love energy. That is when we can be a conduit for God. We can be a conduit, much like Jesus was a conduit. Gandhi was a conduit. I talked about all these people the other day for a reason. Buddha was a conduit for God, okay? I know that some people only believe in one or the other. I believe in all of them because I am a child of the universe. I am not limited to one viewpoint. I believe in anyway, there's so much more to the story than a lot of you guys realize, okay? We can't just go back to what people were saying thousands of years ago. Back then they thought cats were demonic, all right? Cats were labeled as demons back in the 1600s. We need to elevate our consciousness and our way of thinking and realize that things have elevated too. We have changed. Those seeds that were planted by Jesus and other people like him have taken root in us, and we're carrying them forward. And not everybody that's doing God's work is going to look the way you want them to. Not everyone that's doing God's work is going to talk the way you want them to. That doesn't change the fact that they're an earth angel, okay? We need to have more open minds. We need to stop pouring hate and vitriol on people. I actually had somebody whose username was Jesus Saves tell me that I disgust them. That was their only comment. You disgust me. How is that walking as Jesus walked? How is that carrying on his legacy, I ask you? We have to be accountable for who we are showing up as. And if we're showing up in a really gross, low vibrational way, attacking others in the name of God, that's not what Jesus wanted. I feel emotional. That's not what it's about. And that's why a lot of us have been turned off from the whole thing, from Jesus and the Bible and religion, because there's a lot of hate that comes with it, and it's human hate. It's not God's hate. It's not God's hate. It's human hate. We need to stop dividing ourselves with all these little petty differences and start realizing that we are all connected. I did not expect to cry, but the energy is powerful, and I really feel this message. I love all of you, okay? Even if you hate me, even if you tell me that I disgust you, I still love you. And I still show up for you. Please open your heart and recognize that you need healing too. It's not just the people that you deem as like Satan worshippers or whatever it is that you think I do. You need healing too. No human is better than any other human. And no one can go in the name of God and start spreading hate and vitriol and expect to be seen by God in a good light, because it's not going to take you where you want to go. We have to unite. We have to love each other, okay? Like I said, Christ consciousness is rising within each of us. That is truly what I believe, and that's what God has been telling me. I am part of that movement, okay? I'm not a Christian, but I do love you, no matter what your beliefs are. And I just ask that you re-examine the way that you look at the world and the way that you show up. And either way, just know that you're not alone, okay? You're not going through this alone. I'm here to support you if you need it. I love you, regardless of what you've said to me or what you've projected on me. And I'm going to continue showing up for all of you, because that's what I came here to do. And that's what Jesus would do. All right? So stay focused. Don't get involved in other people's business. Don't waste your time trying to hurt people. That's not what Jesus wanted you to do. Regardless of what you believe in, that's not what anyone ever wanted you to do. Okay? If you want to come from a pure place. So please be honest with yourselves about what you're saying, about who you're showing up as. Because, as you know, God is watching. I love you so much, okay? Keep going. If you want to show support for my free content, I would really appreciate it. You can like, comment, subscribe, share, follow to help me get this out to more people. You can contribute in some way, because this is a two-way street. Okay, I can't do this without you. I need your support, all right? If you do want to donate or book, please go through my website only, sacredmuseproject.com. I fucking love you. Mwah.